We all know that history repeats itself. Nazi Germany had labor and concentration camps in Germany and East Europe. The Chinese Communist Party has labor and concentration camps in Xinjiang and Tibet. The Uyghurs and Tibetans are being rounded up for military style classes and taught work discipline, gratitude for the Chinese Communist Party, and Chinese language skills. This is all done to erase their culture and to get the cheap labor for the so called factory of the world. Both Xinjiang and Tibet nominally are an autonomous regions. There are five so called autonomous regions in China, and all five are the annexed territories. These five autonomous regions makes more than half of China. There is also a cultural eradication program going on in the so-called autonomous region of Inner Mongolia or Near Mongol, where the Chinese Communist Party is working on to eradicate the Mongol language and enforce Mandarin. Inner Mongolia is a part of Mongolia and it was annexed by the Chinese Communist Party. During the Cultural Revolution, more than 100,000 of innocents were killed in the Inner Mongolia and thousands of Buddhist temples were erased. The local officers who fail to meet the inhumane quotas and targets set by the Chinese Communist Party in the so called autonomous regions are subjected to harsh punishments. So the civilian population can't accept any mercy from the Chinese officials. There has been dramatic change of demography in all of the so called autonomous regions of China. The locals are replaced by Han Chinese population. In late 2015, Tashi Wangchung, a Tibetan from the remote nomadic region in Qinghai province, tried to sue his local government for the curtailment of Tibetan language education. In 2018, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for inciting separatism. This happens when people try to approach the law. The law in China is nothing but the dictates of the Chinese Communist Party. Destruction of religious sites and forbidding visits to the existing ones is the normal feature in the so called autonomous regions. This strategy has old roots. Back in 1989, the eminent Chinese anthropologist Fia Ziotong wrote that through a long process of mixing and melding, the Han majority and other ethnic groups in China would eventually combine into a single entity, the Chinese nation race. In Fai's view, the Han would be at the center of the fusion because they were superior culture into which so-called backward minority groups would assimilate. It's high time for the civilized world not only to sanction China, but also to rename it from People's Republic of China to Han Republic of China, because this is what it is.